Here we have the current stock market update for Nio Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comment section below so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here today, this is another monumental day for the stock. And really, these are historical performances at this point, because ultimately what we're looking at here is a major breakout after the stock has confirmed a long-term bottom. So there are still some risks that are associated with owning this stock, especially, anybody that's buying into a stock after it sees a tremendous rally like this. There are some points of caution that need to be explained. Because in some cases, people are buying at elevated levels. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is looking at some very important price zones so that hopefully traders can develop some profitable trading strategies for this stock in the days and weeks ahead. So anybody that's been watching my videos on this stock knows a couple of things. One would be that we were expecting a bottom to form right at this 360 level roughly. And then in addition to that, we were expecting to see, a fairly substantial breakout here on a break of the 415 prior resistance zone. And as we can see here, this is absolutely where share prices started to break out and rocket higher. Really, I mean, I don't know how else you could describe a price movement like this. We're seeing a little bit of, we're seeing a couple of red candles in here. But they're very small in size. So, it is very clear that this was the breakout point for the stock, and now the ultimate bottom that has been developed, that has been, put in place for this stock is seen at our prior $3.60 level. So, as you'll see here, this chart is a bit more bare than I normally have, showing for this stock. I do think that it's important to sort of take a step back now that we have seen these rallies. And now that all of our price projections have been confirmed here, I think it's important to sort of take a step back and reassess the situation, to sort of look at where share prices could start to go wrong in the event that that does happen, and start to identify some price points that can be used to sort of outline trading approaches going forward. So, I have taken away a lot of the prior Fibonacci studies that were previously in place on this chart. A lot of these did help explain this prior breakout. So if you're curious to find out, exactly why this happened or what technical signals were in place leading up to this breakout, I would recommend going back to the prior videos that I've posted on this stock. Mostly, it's just an educational lesson to understand how to spot these types of breakouts in advance. But we do need to start looking forward here because, now that all of these gains have been seen, we have to start to look for ways to capture profits as much as possible, get out of positions if share prices are starting to move in the upward direction excessively, and look for possible support zones to maybe build positions going forward. So currently, I would like to know how people are viewing this trade at the moment. Are people's trades currently underwater still at the moment? Because for the most part, the trend trajectory that has been in place for the stock obviously is in the downside direction. And most of the YouTube channels that were recommending that people purchase this stock were doing so at extremely bad levels. In many cases, this was being done at the IPO and things like that, or right around the time of the IPO. Meet Kevin is kind of my main example here. This quote unquote financial YouTuber with neon green hair sometimes. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he definitely isn't picking stocks at the right level because he's getting people into very bad positions at the wrong price levels. So as things currently stand, I am curious, how people are faring with their positions. Have these recent price movements started to rectify some of the losses yet, or do you still need to see share prices move higher in order for these longer term trades to start to become profitable again? Because what we're looking at currently is a share price movement that is trading right around $5.60. This is a fairly significant, this is a massive price break higher. It truly is a major rally, and this does suggest that we have been correct in our assessments of the price bottom here, coming in at $3.63. But I understand that for some people, this trend movement, even though it is sizable and substantial, it still might not be enough for some people to get out of the negative positions that they've been seeing previously. So I'm curious to hear where people stand currently in terms of whether or not this price movement has been enough to push people back into profitability. As things currently stand, as I said, we're looking at market is about to close here in about 3 minutes. So it does look like we're going to close out at the highs here, which is also very surprising. We are closing into a bit of a resistance zone that could be seen here. I'll sort of point to this area. This would be the price high coming during the June 3 trading session. So we are sort of closing right into that level at the moment. And then from there, the next level of resistance to the top side really isn't seen until we move back above this $6 mark. There's a double top resistance zone that can currently be seen right around 605. So this is sort of a major level that I would be watching here. This is a long-term price movement because as we can see here, this does mark a double top resistance zone. And the last time this area was tested, we saw a very significant price movement higher. We saw those prior lows at 360 retested again. So essentially, what occurred there was we saw the price move into 360, move up to 605, and then right back down to 360. So this is a very important level of resistance that's going to need to be watched here going forward. If we can see a break above that level, it would be a very bullish event and it would be a very positive price movement for people that are currently long this stock. However, if we do see a price failure here in the future, what has to be remembered is the fact that last time that price level was tested, we moved right back down into this $3.60 area. So these are very important price zones here. I do think that this kind of defines a critical trading range now for this stock. 360 on the downside and 605 to the top side. So the real question here is, where are we going to break from here? Are we going to move into 605 and then fail at that point? Or do we start to see a final breakout here through that area? In addition to that, anybody that's been watching these videos for a while knows that I was watching a descending triangle pattern for a long period of time. I'll just sort of draw that in here quickly. It looks something like this price movement here. I just hope that people remember, people that were watching the videos at this point, I shout out to you people, because finally we got our clear break to the top side. We've been watching this for a while, for a very long time. We were seeing some false breakouts to the top side, but ultimately we did see a clear and decisive break here. So ultimately these price patterns did prove to be correct. It was a very rocky road. There were a lot of periods of time where it looked like this trade was not going to be working out possibly, but clearly here, this is a rocketing move higher, and this is a clearly decisive move in the direction that we were expecting. So here's the current market update for Nio Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.